Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the card we're making today. It's a very simple birthday card. Now this is done with Gilding Flakes, so when I saw we had Gilded Flakes in the, what they called it, Gilded Leafing, in the Stampin' Up catalogue, I was so excited because I just love gilding. And so I wanted to show you how to use this product. So let's get started. I'm going to put that out of harm's way. I'm just going to do a little normal stamping to start off with, and I'm going to use Merry Merlot ink, and I've got a tiny piece here of Whisper White, and the stamp set I'm using initially, well, I'll show you them both actually, is here's a card, and we're going to use the Happy Birthday, and this is the Magnolia we're going to use from the Good Morning Magnolia set. So those, whoops, chucking my stamp sets around now, but those are the stamps we're using. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this Happy Birthday in Merry Merlot ink, because that's the colour that we're going to stamp our Magnolia onto. So there we go, that says Happy Birthday. You can set that aside, close our pouring pad before we stick something in it that we don't mean to. And then we're just going to have a little clean up here. Keep that handy because we're going to need it, so put that over there. And now I'm going to bring in my piece of Merry Merlot, and this is the Magnolia stamp, and as you can see it's huge, so I'm going to move this across a little bit so then we can decide where we want it. Let's see. Where do we want this? Yeah, that'll do. I think something like that. So just pick it up, and now we are going to stamp using our Versamark initially. So give your stamp a really good inking up. It's a large stamp, so okay. And then we are going to press down. I'm actually going to give it one more ink. Okay, and because of the Stamparatus, it'll stamp in exactly the same position. Give it a good press. Lovely. I'm going to take that out now. Move this aside somewhere. Not quite sure where. Got so much on my desk. And then I'm going to bring in a product called Heat and Stick Powder. Now we've had this before and left the catalogue, but very glad to say it's come back. And I'm just going to work over a coffee filter, and this wool is what is going to allow our gilding to stick. So just sprinkle it all over. Just like embossing folder, a little goes a long way, I should rather say. There we go. So that's our Heat and Stick powder. So let's put this back in our pot. Close everything up and put that aside. Now this powder melts at the speed of light really quickly, so I'm just going to bring my heat gun, turn it on. I'm really sorry about the noise, but I just want to show you how quickly this actually does melt. You'll see it melting in front of your eyes. and you don't want to over melt it. As soon as you see it changing colour, move on to another piece. That's it, melted, finished. And now I'm going to bring our Gilding Flakes, which I have here. And I'm just going to put them over my card. They feel very nice, I tell you. It's an funny thing to say, but they do. But they do stick to everything, as you're going to see. So just that's why I keep them in a box, to mitigate the mess, like that. Okay, so now it looks a right mess. I'm going to use, this is a tip shown to me by my upline, is to use a blending brush, and this is a different, but you just keep one specifically for this, and just use this now to buff your project so you can get all the nice details. Don't do it too hard, obviously, otherwise you'll rub the Gilding Flakes all the way off, which is not what you want at all. But I think that will do. And you'll see your Gilding Flakes will stick to your thing, so I just leave it in there. Okay, and I just tap these back into here and contain the mess, that you will still get gilding, little bits of Gilding Flake floating about. I tell you, nothing you can do about that. It's the nature of the beast. But there we go. Don't worry about it, the Hoover will get it. And there you have your beautiful sentiment. Now if you want, you can, after you've finished, just take a cloth to it like this and just buff off any extras as well, like that. Okay, and there you've got your gilding. Isn't that fabulous? Okay, so let's bring back our card basin, which is Rococo Rose, and let's stick this down. So let's get out our snaidy. Here we go. And we're just going to stick this down, preferably the right way up. Just like that. Okay, and now we're going to find our stamped image. Here it is. And we're going to put this on a piece of Rococo Rose. And all the measurements will be on my blog post. But these are just titchy little measurements. You can also just, to be honest, stamp and then cut round your sentiment. It works very well. Okay, and then we're just going to stick this down with some dimensionals. So let's find our dimensionals. Okay, I love these things, as you know. Don't like the backings, but love dimensionals. As I've said many a time, I used to buy the really cheap ones from the cheapy shops, because I thought they were better value and they would stick more to me than they would to the cardstock, and they were difficult to get the backings off, and it was just a false economy. So I went across to my Stampin' Up! Ones and never looked back. Same is true with glue dots. Use non-Stampin' Up! Glue dots. The bloody things didn't stick. To be very blunt with you, they just did not stick. Okay, so finishing touches. I've got some of my, where are they? Here they are. Gold glitter dotties. Okay, and we are going to use the small one here, if it'll come. which is debatable at this point in time. Well, it's come on my finger. And then we're going to just put it over the dot of the eye here, there. And then we're going to use some of these. Ugh, not having much luck today. Let's see what I did on my previous one. Okay, so I had them up here. I wanted different sizes, didn't I? So let's put this one then, and then fight with, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick it up with the other side and see whether that will work. No, it won't work either. It's because it's shiny, it's fighting me. Okay, there we go. Now, as you can see, on here, this top has come off the base, and you might think that's a waste. Now I can't use it. Actually, you can. I'll show you what to do. You just take a tiny dot, very tiny dot like that, of what you call this stuff, Tombow. You know, you can see it's really small dot. And then if you don't lose the top, you just put it over the top, and it will set. And it might look a bit funny now, but it'll dry clear, and then your dot is absolutely fine to go. So if yours come apart, that's how you fix the mistake. Okay, so back to our original cards. That's how you use Gilding Flakes. So what do you think of them? I think they're so much fun. I think children would absolutely have a ball with them, covered in Gilding Flakes, but they would really enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed the project. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you want any more information about this project, supply list, links to my online shop, etc. It's all in the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below. That includes the link to my new Facebook group where I host a monthly online card club. You can find all the details on my website, but do join us and have a look around and enjoy all the crafty fun in my Facebook group. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!